Hey, I'm meteorologist Doug Myers with the latest forecast heading into this Friday. It was a really nice day yesterday. Highs in the low to mid 70s with a mix of sun and clouds. Temperatures will be cooler today, more in the low 60s up along the Nebraska-Kansas border. Most spots in the mid to possibly upper 60s, and we will have rain at times for today. It won't be an all-day washout. There will be a lot of dry time, so no need to cancel any outdoor plans. But here's a look at what to expect for the day today. We'll have some passing showers, a very low probability of thunderstorms this morning pushing through the area. Otherwise, I think we might have a little bit better chance of some isolated thunderstorms moving in this afternoon, and that will be coming in from the north. So that'll be something that we'll continue to keep an eye on throughout the day today. Of course, if you see lightning and or hear thunder, seek shelter immediately. I think a lot of the rain will end by about sunset or shortly afterwards, and then we'll be clearing out for this evening as well, with mostly clear skies for much of the night and sunny skies for tomorrow. So there's not going to be a whole lot of rain expected for today. Just a couple hundredths of an inch, maybe a little bit of some ice activity that could get about a tenth of an inch to quarter inch depending on that rainfall, but certainly just it's not going to be a big deal. Not going to be a big deal at all. I think in general, the more prominent feature today or factor today, however you look at it, will be the cooler temperatures, not necessarily the rain. And wind gusts may be up to 20 to 25 miles per hour, so just be aware of that. A little bit on the cool side this weekend, especially for lows. Low to mid 40s for lows both nights. Both mornings, maybe a few upper 30s, especially Saturday morning, but a little bit warmer Sunday morning. But beautiful afternoons expected, upper 60s to mid 70s Saturday through Monday. And then we'd pretty much stay in the upper 60s and low 70s for the rest of next week. But we will have several opportunities for rain in the forecast as we're monitoring an upper level load. Still a lot of uncertainty with that particular storm system that we'll be keeping a close eye on in the coming days. But you can see the European model through next Friday, showing a little bit heavier rain just to the southwest of Topeka, and then with the GFS showing a little bit more widespread heavier rain across the area. So obviously something that we'll continue to take on a day-by-day basis, especially as we get into next week. But taking a look at our extended outlooks, and we have generally equal chances of drier than normal, wetter than normal in that 6 to 10 day outlook, but starting to get into that drier than normal conditions in that 8 to 14 day outlook. And in general, you can see we're generally seasonal, or I should say normal. Equal chances of above normal and below normal when it comes to temperatures. I do want to mention next week, as far as all of our rain chances are concerned, I don't see much in the way of any significant weather. Just going to be rain, hardly any thunderstorm activity, so certainly no severe weather. But hey, there's still a whole second half of the month as we get closer to the ninth day there towards the end of the week that we could have severe weather as we get towards the second half of the month, because May is typically our stormiest season when it comes to tornadoes. So we obviously want to keep an eye on that at any point in time, and always good to prepare. Signing up for Weather Call is a good way to prepare for that. It's not necessarily new starts. It's actually Storm Call, basically. It's always been called Weather Call. We just called it Storm Call when we really was hard at promoting this when I first got here 13 years ago. So it's been a long time since we really hardcore promoted this, especially on air. But we're going to do it again. This time it's for cell phones, and that's why it's a little bit more expensive than what it used to be. But still, $15 a year, that's still pretty good. When you're going to get a call, no matter where you are, it's location-based. So it's going to be based on where your cell phone is, GPS-based, and if you're in that polygon, you're going to get that call. So great way to have a way to wake you up at night, just in case for some whatever reason another app on your phone doesn't work, or your weather radio somehow gets turned off or muted, or battery dies. You have a way to get this. Of course, you have to have a charged cell phone, so that's the only downside to this of working. So just another layer on top of hopefully what you already have on ways to receive warnings, especially if you're someone that doesn't necessarily watch broadcast television. If you're someone that likes to watch streaming, you're not going to get alerted when there's severe weather in your area if you're busy watching a streaming show. Of course, we would like to change that And I'm sure there are ways to, that will change in the next 5 to 10 years on EAS warnings showing up on streaming services. But until then, you have to make sure that you are prepared and weather aware if there's a risk for severe weather. And especially at night. We don't always typically get severe weather at night, especially tornadoes, but it's always a possibility. And so just be mindful of that. After we get a couple of cool nights in the 40s for these next 3 nights, for much of next week, especially beginning Monday night, Tuesday morning, we pretty much stay in the 50s. Ooh, I need to change that 82 Thursday night. I just realized that. That should say 52, not 82. That will be changed on the website and on air on newscasts. But I just realized that for this video. Have a great day.